Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
IBMOR brothers, back again. This time I want to talk about a link that I saw on Q's Soul in Black. Shout out to Q. Talking about the repeal of the notifications of the Recalling Black Women Section 8. And the article is on slayingevil.com. Shout out to slayingevil.com. Link will be in the description. Go check the brother out. He has some very good articles. Remember when I was telling you, damn near a year ago, that the election of Donald Trump would be the end of the gender war because he was going to start cutting back on the goodies that black women get from the government, right? I mean, that was a no-brainer. So I was saying that because of this, that black women will start to have to horse trade with their men again. Even Obsidian, he's done a few shows on that. I don't know if he still has it on Blog Talk, but he did shows on that about Donald Trump and why he was a Trump supporter. Now, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I am a analyst. I've been a geopolitical analyst for the last 20 years, and you could see this coming like light years away, that this is going to happen. So even though I took flack for it, and I'm probably still taking flack for it, I did say that Donald Trump will probably be the end of the black gender wars. And this is like not the first salvo, but this is one of the salvos that are coming in the black gender war. So I'm going to read this article from slayingevil.com. Section 8/welfare troubles now here. As notification of cuts are sent out, black women begin biting the bullet. This is from May 2012, 2017. And he shows a couple of posts from Facebook with women showing up their letters from the Tennessee Housing Authority and that they're taking away their Section 8. You can see the women are starting to freak out in the comment section. But here goes the article. Let's see how strong and independent these black queens will be now that their white father has decided to give them the boot. Under the Trump administration, we knew this was coming. As I have stated before, Trump is a businessman who will approach running the U.S. from a business perspective. He does not like to see large amounts of money being wasted on any level. Black women were fools in believing that their government privilege gravy train would roll on forever. We intelligent, thinking black men have been telling black women for the longest while that eventually they would fall out of favor with their white father and that they have only been used by the state to keep black society fragmented and broken. There was never any relationship of significance between black women and white men. White men, in their efforts to prevent black men from taking up their positions as leaders, have placed black women over us as the leaders of the black community. Not surprisingly, seeing as women do not build nor do they create, black communities worldwide, especially in the West, have gone down the toilet rapidly. Black women, for their degenerate and destructive services rendered to the government, were permitted to indulge in the dainty treats and benefits of the state. In addition to this, they enjoyed limited immunity from the law. However, now that their usefulness has ended, the white supremacist infrastructure has decided to cut ties with black women, now considering them more of a liability than an asset. It seems that the article I wrote back in 2016 regarding huge welfare cuts doesn't look so outlandish now. Here's the article for those who haven't seen it, and he's referring to slayingevil.com. Section 8 welfare trouble ahead. More black women will begin turning towards escorting and prostitution and robbery. As stated in the title, more black women will begin resorting to escorting, prostitution, and robbery. In fact, look at the amount of cases we are already coming across now of black women prostituting themselves as well as being involved in acts of theft and robbery. Wasn't it just back in February that a black woman robbed a convenience store with an assault rifle? I already told you in Negro Wars that the black woman must be broken and completely smashed before they can be redeemed, and that this will not happen unless that cozy, comfortable, and convenient relationship they have with big government is completely destroyed. Well, it looks like that destruction is taking place, orchestrated by the very entity who black women decided to sell black men down the river for. Black women have had their fun in the sun, urinating and defecating on black men at the behest of the state. Now it is their turn to be kicked to the curb and be treated in the same manner that they have been treating the members of their own communities. In light of these latest developments, I don't feel sorry for black women in the slightest. As far as I'm concerned, they must be left to stew and marinate in their own failures. They must be abandoned and left to crash and burn by themselves in the same manner that they had no problem shafting black men in exchange for their 5 shekels of silver and a moldy morsel of bread from the government. Don't save them, black men. Don't save them at all. The black woman's transgressions at this point are innumerable. This is one of the main reasons why she must be left to decay and perish in her own filth. Just think back and remember the last 50 years of hell and torment these black sirens have put black men and black society through. In light of this, should they be saved? I think not. Black women must be punished for their crimes. A cup of judgment has been poured out, and the modern day black female will drink down its contents undiluted, at full strength. There will be no way for them to escape the wrath and the recompense to come. They will have no choice but to bite the bullet and chug down their sour beverage. Of course, you already know that robbery is definitely going to skyrocket amongst black females because of their addiction to weaves. Expect to see more horses mysteriously having their hair being removed. Expect to see more black women engaging in robbing convenience stores and even Korean-owned beauty supplies in order to rock that 23-inch yaki or some silky smooth Remy. As I stated in my first Section 8 article, these cuts are a double-edged sword. They will finally bring an end to black women's financial reign of terror, but at the same time, they will cause many black women to resort to desperate measures in order to supplement the shortfall of income. Most black women are extremely materialistic individuals. They must have the means available at all times in order to satisfy their childish lust for money and worthless material possession. As far as the majority of black women are concerned, they cannot go without. They know nothing concerning sacrifice, making do without, and prioritizing. They will, however, have to forego many of the luxuries that they are used to, if necessary by force. Of course, at this point, many black women will step forward and say that more white folks are collecting government welfare than they are. This is a true statement. However, white people as a collective do not use government welfare as a crutch. Unlike black women, whites, generally speaking, are not lazy and will typically use state welfare as a temporary stopgap. Black women, on the other hand, are married to the state. Once they begin receiving government assistance as far as they are concerned, they are set for life. This is the big difference between white folks and black women, and this is the main reason why these cuts will hit black women the hardest. Remember, black women's new husband is the state, hence why she has given black men the middle finger. However, now that her new husband is filing for a divorce, what will she do? Who will the black witch now turn to? Your thoughts. And go to the brother, man, and check out his website, get his book, and I think he said he has a Patreon page, but this is a very good article. It's something that I have said more than a few times, man, that this is going to happen. And everybody thought, okay, as soon as Donald Trump got sworn in, that all of a sudden you're going to see a big rash of cuts. But it takes time. And even under normal processes, he's done this fairly rapidly, fairly rapidly. Women are shook. They're shook. They were shook before he took office, and they knew that this was coming. So that's why how come they were trying to shame black men back into line. They're still trying to shame black men in the line. We knew that there was going to be more racism in certain areas, right, amongst white folks, because you're going to have financial stress. Financial stress brings out the worst in people. So now that white men and white people have permission to do certain things, you're going to see certain things happen. So swirling and giving men the middle finger and saying that you save men's lives when you're actually taking white daddy's check. Okay, Judgment Day is coming. It's not here. They're just passing out the notices for Judgment Day. They haven't even hit the gavel and started the trial yet. But it's coming. Not saying it's good or bad or indifferent. It's just coming. And people are going to have to tighten their belts. Black women are going to have to get right. They just are. They're going to have to get right. They're going to have to stop faking the funk and get right with their men. Get right with their children. Get right with their communities. It is what it is. But that's all I wanted to say on this one. I just wanted you guys to check this out. When I first saw it, man, I had to say, let me go read this, because Q just hinted at it. But I said, let me go read this, man. I saw the caption and I saw the letters. I just started laughing. It's hilarious. It's hilarious and sad at the same time, because I don't like to see kids and people suffer. But it is what it is, something we've been trying to tell them. They don't want to hear. So now it is what it is. There's going to be a hell of a lot of pressure for decent guys. Because, you guys kind of be careful, man. Don't fall into any traps, because they're going to be laying traps for classic men left and right. So you working class, blue collar guys, you classic men, you might as well get a map, because they're going to put up booby traps and landmines out for you guys all over the place. So just be aware, all cooter ain't good cooter. And you're going to have to vet all your cooters now, because they're going to be laying traps for you. Anyway, with that, man, I'm going to check out of here. This BGS out.